Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another day of Amy All April. For this video, I thought we could just go ahead and do a first impression on a palette that I've had for a little bit that I've been meaning to do a video on. This is the Poppi Cosmetics Neon Drip Palette, and I did receive this through Try Beauty Box, and I've heard some good things about this. I've seen some beautiful looks with it, so I'm just excited to try it out with y'all today. Here is what it looks like on the inside. So it is a very intense, bright neon palette. I'm nervous because I feel like a lot of neon eyeshadows I've tried in the past have just been trash. So I really hope that these are good and that it will be a palette that I can recommend. This palette was in my basket of shame, which I did a video on, and so many of y'all requested for me to use this, and I'm gonna do a full face of my basket of shame, but I just thought I would do this palette separately because it was so requested. I would just like give it its own moment. So let's just go ahead and start off with some swatches, and then we will do an eye look. I'm just gonna take my watch off to make it that much easier. Oh man. I think I was wearing it too tight. My bad. And now I can't swatch over that anyways because it looks so funny. So first we have a neon green here called Slimy. The formula feels pretty normal. It doesn't feel super powdery. It doesn't feel super dry, so that's promising. We've got Kiki, which is a really bright yellow. And then Wet, which is a pinky purple with a blue shift. It doesn't feel like super creamy, but it feels nice enough. Okay, next we have a neon hot pink matte called Clout, which that looks super, super bright. We've got Lit, which is kind of like a coral orangey base with like a little bit of a pink shift. And then we have Culture, which is a bright orange matte. Next we have Side Chick, which is a little bit more of like a hot orangey red neon matte. Flex, which this shade looks super pretty. It's just a bright green shimmer, but I don't know, there's something about that one that calls to me. We've got Freaky, it's like a Barney matte. So obviously, if you're a neutral lover, this palette probably isn't for you. Okay, next we have Poppin', which looks like a really stunning orange shimmer. That is beautiful. Okay, we have Slippery, which this one looks really nice as well. Just a super metallic hot pink. And last but not least, we have a Coral Matte, which is called Baddie. Wow, that orange shimmer. I mean, these two shimmers in general just look so, so pretty. I feel like I know that nothing in this palette is the same, but I feel like parts of it feel very same. I don't know. I'm not like extremely inspired by this color story, but hopefully we can come up with something fun. So there's what it looks like up close. So I already went ahead and primed my eyes with the Juvia's Place Eye Primer. I chose this today because it's a little bit more tacky. Hopefully it'll give the shadow something to stick to. And I think I'm just gonna try and use as many shadows as I can in this look. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the shade Kiki in my crease. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that a little bit higher up. Keeping it a little bit above the crease since I wanna go in with so many shades. And then start blending it out. I'm gonna pack a little bit more on. Don't know that I would say it looks super neon, but it's getting the job done. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some of Flex now just because that shade's really calling to me. And I'm gonna pop that on my inner corner. It's such a stunning combination between green and yellow. So pretty. I think I might even bring that onto my lid just a little bit, even though I'm not done blending my mattes. Love how sparkly that looks. I think now I'm gonna go into the shade Slimy. I'm gonna pop that on the inner half of the lower lash line. Gonna build it up a little bit. Again, I don't know that I would necessarily say it's looking neon, like just looking how it looks on my eyes versus in the pan. Just gonna pack on some more. It almost looks more grungy at this point. Like I feel like if I finished off the outer V and the lower lash line with like a nice matte olive, that would be super pretty. But that's not the direction we're going. So I think to finish up the rest of the lower lash line, I'm gonna go into the shade Wet. Just gonna pack that on. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Culture, that orange, and I'm gonna kind of focus that on the middle of the crease, just lightly blending it out. Feeling a little bit like a clown right now, so hopefully it all comes together. I think I'm gonna go into the shade Clout now just because it's calling to me. I feel like it looks so bright. I'm gonna pop that on the last little bit that's open here. Shout out to my neighbor's dogs who are at it again, always barking. My favorite. I feel like that looks really pretty. And I have to be honest, I'm pretty impressed right now with how these neons are blending and working together because like I said, I've had so many bad experiences with neon shadows. That's probably why it took me so long to try this because I just wasn't expecting it to be this pretty, but it's looking really, really nice. I'm gonna take it one step further because it's already doing so well, and I'm gonna finish off with the shade Freaky in the outer V. We'll see how it goes. I'm nervous because sometimes when you add really bright shades on top of one another, they stop wanting to stick. I just feel like these look so nice. How pretty that is. Really quickly, I'm gonna go back into the original brush that I used for the first shade, that yellow, and just blend over the edge. But I am so impressed right now. All right, for the lid, I'm thinking I'm gonna go back into a little bit more of the shade Flex and bring that a little bit further up. I'm gonna go into the orange Poppin', and I'm gonna pop that on the middle of my lid. Get it? Ha 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 ha. So pretty. Oh, I love me some sparkles. Wiping that off again, and now I'm gonna go into the shade Slippery on the outer third of the lid, just to finish it up. Okay, I really, really like that. I feel like if I was bold, I would do a winged liner with this look, and I think that would look really pretty, but I'm just not feeling that bold today, so I'm gonna skip it personally. But if you're following along, if you have this palette or similar colors, I think that could be cool. I feel like I need a neon liner to throw in my waterline. This is supposed to be a pastel liner, but I feel like it looks neon. This is the Pastel Dreams eyeliner in the shade Magic Mint from LA Girl, but it is not a mint and it's not pastel. So I'm just gonna throw that in. All right, I'm gonna throw on the Makeup Geek Extension Effect Mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, for blush, I'm gonna go into the Faded Clementine blush from M Cosmetics. I just feel like the warm orangey glow goes perfectly with this look. Then on top of that, I'm gonna use the Ofra x Steph Tom's Milk and Cookie Highlighter, just using the lighter side. And then I'm gonna go into the Tower 28 Oat Lip Gloss, just because I'm feeling a little bit more of a light nude lip today. All right, so this is the finished look complete, and I am honestly so surprised / obsessed. I can't believe how good the mattes in this palette worked. I feel like the blend is beautiful. They're sticking beautifully. There's no patchiness at all. Shimmers all over the lid. Even though the metallics are a little bit thicker, they still just look super, super beautiful. They picked up well with the brush. I feel like the whole look altogether is just stunning, even though I like jam-packed as many of the shades as I possibly could onto my eyes. So I'm really happy with this. I'm so glad that I was able to try it. There's only 3 shades in here that I didn't get to use today, but overall everything looks really, really nice. If you'd like to see me do more looks with this, please feel free to let me know. I'm already so behind on 3 looks videos, but now I want to do one with this just to play with it more because I wasn't even expecting for this to go so well. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you tomorrow for another day of Amy All April. Bye!